It's Sylvester, and I'm going to be answering some more random questions. I'm getting these questions from conversationstarters.com. First question is, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Attempt to be a YouTuber. What was the last picture you took on your phone? I don't really take pictures on my phone. I tried to film a video on my phone because I thought the camera might be better than the camera on my laptop, but when I tried to airdrop the video to my laptop so I could edit it, it glitched out majorly. I'm not really sure what happened, but the file was basically unusable. So, yeah, I don't even know if I've ever taken a picture on my phone, which I guess is maybe kind of weird. But I don't really use my phone that much. I'm kind of weird. Next question: what is your favorite smell? I used to love the way my cat smelled, which might sound kind of weird, but sometimes I would just sniff her because her fur smelled like sweet, like almost almondy. And I've looked it up on the internet, and a lot of cat owners enjoy the smell of their cats. It might be a crazy cat thing. I might be a little weird for that, but the internet did tell me that I wasn't as weird as it might. It's not as weird as it might sound. A lot of people enjoy the way their cats smell. Cats naturally smell usually quite good, other than the things that come out of them, and also their breath usually doesn't smell good, but their actual fur tends to smell pretty nice from what I've read on the internet. Anyways, I also really enjoy the smell of food. I can't even think of a specific kind of food, just food in general. I know, I'm very predictable. Next question: what do you give your best effort on? Social interactions. I am not a naturally social person. I lack communication skills. I was not socialized particularly well. I, I mean, I'm pretty shy, but I try. I try really, really hard when it comes to communicating with other people, having conversations with people. I put a lot of effort into trying to seem as normal and well rounded as possible. I try to ask questions and be interested in what the other person is saying and try not to completely steer the conversation into a weird place. I try. I try really hard. How long does it take for you to get ready in the morning? Between half an hour to an hour. It doesn't seem like I have that much to do in the morning. Like, I don't put makeup on. I barely do my hair. I basically just run a comb through it. Sometimes I just run my fingers through it if it's short enough. So it doesn't seem like I have that much to do in the morning, but I'm kind of sluggish. I move slowly, especially when I first wake up. So it does take me a little bit of time to get ready for the day. Next question: have you ever been in any YouTube videos? Why, yes. Yes, I have. Next question: how do you measure success? Do you think you're successful? I know that this is probably the wrong answer, but I do, in a lot of ways, measure success in money. I do think that people who have a lot of money are successful, and people who don't have a lot of money, such as myself, are less successful. And I know that that's kind of a flawed way to view the world. And I know that a lot of people can be are I know you don't have to have a lot of money in order to be successful. It depends on what your idea of success is. And the real answer, besides money, would just be how happy you are. And happiness is a really hard thing to gauge. It's very nebulous, but if you spend more time feeling fulfilled and good about your life than you do feeling bad about your life, then I think that that's success. And in that way, currently, I do feel like I'm more successful than I've been in a long time, because I do have more good days than bad days currently, which I'm very thankful for. And I owe that to medication and therapy and my family and a lot of things. But yeah, I do spend more time feeling like I now, not even that I like my life, but that I don't hate my life, you know? And I think that that's a form of success. Next question: what are you the most thankful for this year? I'm thankful for my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my sister. I'm thankful for my cat, who unfortunately passed away, but I'm still thankful for the time I got to spend with her and all that she taught me. I'm thankful for medication and healthcare. I'm thankful to be a Canadian. I am thankful to have access to therapy now. I'm thankful for the fact that this year is a lot better than 2023 was. 2023 was an incredibly bad. It was a bad year. I struggled a lot in 2023. So even though 2024 hasn't been perfect, I did try to commit suicide twice. Sorry to just casually bring up suicide. Content warning. You're supposed to say that before you say the thing that might trigger somebody. But I did try to kill myself twice this year. So this year certainly hasn't been perfect. But I've definitely improved. My life has definitely improved. And hopefully next year, knock on wood, things continue to get better for me. Next question. What would you like to get better at? I would like to be better at making YouTube videos. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, and I still feel like I'm not very good at it. So, yeah. Next question. What is your middle name? Alexander. I go by Sylvester Alexander on the internet because I don't like giving out my last name on the internet, just because I don't want people to try to track me down, or more importantly, I don't want people to try to track down my relatives, but... and maybe a part of it is also because I don't want to embarrass my relatives. If I went by my last name, then people might know, like my dad, for example, people might be like, oh, are you related to that Sylvester guy on YouTube? And that would probably embarrass him. So a part of the reason why I don't use my last name is because I don't want to bring shame to my family. So anyways, yeah, middle name Alexander. What kind of old person do you want to grow up to become? I want to be a chill old person. I want to be the kind of old person who likes younger generations and isn't sitting there being like, back in my day, things were so much better and kids these days are so blah, 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 and just complaining about younger generations and the way the world is. I want to be an optimistic old person who thinks that the world is getting better, not worse. Because in a lot of ways, the world is getting better, and I want to focus on that. And I want to not be so cynical when it comes to things that the younger generations are into, like music and TV shows and stuff. I don't want to sit there and just be like, wow, this is trash. Everything that I liked when I was a kid, everything I'm nostalgic for is so much better than stuff that's being produced nowadays, because I want to see the merit in things that are being produced beyond... or at the time that I'm old. I know a lot of old people who are just very cynical. Well, I actually, that's a lie. I don't know a lot of old people who are cynical. I know a lot of very optimistic, very open-minded old people, which is exactly what I want to be when I'm old. But there is the stereotype, I should say, of old people who are just very grouchy and very, as I said, cynical, and don't like things that aren't what they're used to from their younger days. So anyways, next question. When was the last time you were out of your comfort zone? Well, I made a series of videos where I would answer dirty questions about sex and stuff like that, and I don't know how I came across in those videos, but I was definitely uncomfortable answering a lot of those questions, and I'm glad I made those videos because it did push me out of my comfort zone, and I talked about a lot of things that I would have, things that most people would find to be shameful or embarrassing, and it kind of removed a lot of the shame to talk openly about it, like it was no big deal. However, I have removed those videos because I'm scared that they might violate some YouTube policies, and I do not want to get a strike on my channel. I already have a warning. You get one warning, I'm pretty sure, and then if you get 3 strikes on your channel, they just delete your channel. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So again, I already have a warning because the video I made got taken down for harassment, and I'm still not entirely sure who I was supposed to be harassing in that video. I'm a little bit salty about it, but regardless, I do not want my channel taken down, so I took those videos down. If you're wondering where they went, sorry if you like those videos. A lot of people really, really did not like those videos, but I had a fun time making them, even though I was a little bit uncomfortable at times. what three adjectives would you use to describe yourself? Well, if I'm being hard on myself, or being, I guess, kind of pessimistic, being a bit of a Debbie Downer, I would say lonely, tired, and anxious. Although admittedly less tired and less anxious than I used to be. I was really, really tired on the antipsychotics that I used to be on, and they changed they changed my medication up, and so I'm a lot less tired than I used to be. Thankfully, I'm able to get things done actually, and not spend so much time napping. I know I said in a previous video that I don't like to nap because it throws off my sleep schedule, and that is true, but when I was on those antipsychotics, I would nap frequently because I was just so freaking tired all the time. My mom said that I was like a zombie. Actually, I'm the one who said I was like a zombie, but my mom did comment on the fact that she met me when I was on those medications a couple times, and she said that I was just very out of it. And not myself. So anyways, and anxious, thankfully the medication I'm on has helped with that as well. I used to be very, very anxious. I'd wake up every morning and just lay in bed and just be absolutely consumed by my anxiety thoughts, and just like a panic attack every single day. It was just a really bad situation. So again, I'm very thankful for medication. Three adjectives to describe myself that are a little bit more positive would be ambitious. I know a lot of people don't think I'm ambitious because I don't have a job and I don't seem to do a whole lot, but I'm ambitious in that I do try really hard to have a YouTube career, even though I know that realistically it's probably never going to happen. I am still ambitious and hopeful. That's another adjective I'd use. I'm very hopeful. Not just for my YouTube dreams, but also just in general. I try to hope for things to be better or remain good. And another adjective to describe me would be, did I finish my thought about being ambitious? I am ambitious in that I have to battle against my many mental illnesses every day, and the fact that I get up every morning and choose to fight. I don't know if you consider that to be ambition, but maybe ambitious is the wrong word. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself now. Well, I'm going to stick with hopeful and resilient. I am very resilient. I get knocked down, I get back up again. You're never going to keep me down. And if I'm not using ambitious, what's the third word to describe me? I want to say kind. I try to be kind. I feel like it's self-absorbed to call myself kind. Like, wow, I'm such a good person. I'm so nice. I'm so kind. But I do try. I do try to be a nice person. Next question. What is your least favorite part of your day? I have two answers for that. One is getting out of bed in the morning because it is hard. It is one of the hardest things I do every day. And again, it's a lot easier now. It used to be really difficult because I'd lay in bed and be consumed by negative thoughts and just be so depressed. And getting out of bed, I just didn't see the point in getting out of bed. And so just forcing myself out of bed was just one of the hardest things that I did in a day, if not the hardest thing that I had to do every day. Nowadays, it is a lot easier to get out of bed, but who doesn't like being in bed? Being in bed is a great place to be. So nobody likes getting out of bed in the morning, am I right? Maybe some people do. I don't know. Anyways, the second hardest part of my day is going to bed at night. I have trouble getting out of bed. I also have trouble getting into bed. I'm a night person. I really like staying up late. If I had it my way, if I didn't have adult responsibilities, I would stay up all night every night because I just really like being awake during the night. I don't know what it is. It's in my DNA. I just love it. And so when nighttime comes, I just get really restless and I get really active at night, and I just want to do all of the things, and instead I have to go to bed, and that's always kind of a downer. And I really hate laying in bed waiting to fall asleep. I just get so antsy, and I'm just laying there being like, come on, just fall asleep, come on, and I get like kind of frustrated. So so what I've been doing recently is falling asleep on the couch. I'll put on a YouTube video or a playlist that I can kind of zone out and not really pay attention to. It'll just be like background noise, and then I fall asleep, which is something I never was able to do when I was younger. If there was a television on or people talking or like any kind of noise at all, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. I had no idea. My dad would always fall asleep on the couch in front of the television, and I had no idea how he managed to do that. Now I'm exactly like him, and I fall asleep every night essentially with the TV on, although it's YouTube, not TV. But still, I've become a very different person than I used to be. And this started when my cat died, and I think a lot of it is loneliness, because I don't have anyone to keep me company anymore. I don't have this cat in my life anymore, and so the sound of people talking as I'm falling asleep is better than the sound of silence as I'm laying in bed waiting for sleep to come, because I get lonely in the silence. That was kind of a deep sentence. I get lonely in the silence. Anyways, next question. Would you rather have to sit all day or stand all day? I know sitting all day isn't good for you, but I would prefer to sit all day than to stand all day. I worked several jobs where I had to stand all day, and not my cup of tea. It made my feet very sore, and my feet hurt by the end of the day. And yeah, anyway. Next question. Would you be willing to reduce your lifespan by 10 years to become rich or famous? Why, yes. Maybe that's stupid. Maybe I'm a bad person for wanting fame and fortune as much as I do, but I really, really want to be rich and famous. It is like the dream for me, and I know it's a lot of people's dreams, but I just really want to be rich and famous. Now, the question is rich or famous, so if I had to choose one, I'd probably choose being rich, because being famous without being rich sounds kind of awful, honestly. But being rich without being famous, I could handle that. I want money. I really want to have a lot of money. Next question. What would you do if you couldn't use the internet or watch TV for a month? Well, I don't really watch TV, so that's not a problem. But the internet, my entire life is the internet. I would probably die if I didn't have the internet, but the actual answer to that question is I'd probably read a lot, I'd probably go for a lot of walks, and I'd probably spend a lot of money unnecessarily just to give myself something to do. Like I just, go to the store and buy stuff with money that I don't have, and mostly food, probably. I probably eat a lot. Just anything to numb the pain of not having access to internet. Like literally, internet is everything. It's how I communicate with people. It's how I keep myself entertained. It's how I learn about the world. It's just, anyways, whatever. It's just a hypothetical question. Next question. What are your favorite topics to talk about? I really like talking about YouTubers, but most people that I hang out with don't know anything about YouTube, and so I'll just be sitting there ranting about the latest YouTube gossip, and they'll be like, their eyes will be glossing over, and they just will not care. So I don't talk about YouTube that much, but I like talking about YouTubers and what's going on YouTube, but I really don't like talking about my YouTube channel. It is one of those things where it's like it's off limits. It's a topic that's off limits. If you're ever talking to me, do not bring up my YouTube channel. I get really like awkward and weird, and it's like uncomfortable, and I don't like talking about my YouTube career in quotes. Next question. Another thing I like talking about is celebrity gossip. I really like talking about celebrities, but also, like when I talk to my mom, there's a lot of celebrities that I like that she just doesn't know, and I don't know if she is really that into celebrity gossip, especially if it's about celebrities she doesn't know, so I don't talk about it that much, but I could probably rant for a long time about, and I have in videos ranted a lot about my various feelings towards celebrities and all of the gossip that I know, which, like, I don't go out of my way to learn celebrity gossip. I just kind of like absorb it from various places on the internet. I just kind of learn about it, and then I become really interested in it, even though I try not to concern myself too much with celebrity gossip, because I know that a lot of it is genuinely quite harmful. Like the harmful rumors that are spread about celebrities, and the way people disregard their humanity and treat them like they are just a topic of conversation. Like, I do try to keep in mind that these are real life people that I'm talking about, and I try to be respectful and try to respect their privacy if I can. Like, if I learn something really intimate about them that I shouldn't know, like, I don't know. I try to respect celebrities as human beings, because I dream of being a celebrity, and I want to be treated with respect if I ever become famous, which, again, I'm never going to become famous. But if I ever did become famous, I'd want to be given basic human respect, treated with decency. And anyways, next question. How and when would you like to die? I would like to die peacefully in my sleep. I think a lot of people would choose that option, to just go to sleep one night and just never wake up. It's like virtually painless. You're not scared. You just go to sleep, and that's it. It sounds like a great way to die. And when would I like to die? I'd like to die as an elderly person, like maybe when I'm 100. I don't know. Whenever my life becomes unlivable, I suppose. Like, if I get to an age where I am suffering greatly and my life is no longer enjoyable and I'm just in a lot of pain, then I don't want to continue living like that. And so I want to die whenever my life becomes unlivable, at whatever age that might be. Next question. If you found $100 on the ground, what would you do with it? I'd like to say I'd put it into my savings, but I'd probably spend it on food, because, well, sometimes I lack self-control. Next question. What is your favorite day of the week? Actually, I might also spend it on clothes. Either clothes or food, depending on what I feel like I need more at the time. Anyways, next question. What is your favorite day of the week? I like Saturdays. Actually, I like whatever day of the week my mom comes to visit me, because my mom has been visiting me every week, and it's been very enjoyable. I love seeing my mom. It is my favorite day of the week, hands down. And one more question. Who was the last person you had a good conversation with? There's this girl who lives in my building, or woman, sorry. She's a grown-up. I feel like it's infantilizing to call women girls, but it's just a figure of speech. Anyways, there's this woman who lives in my building, and we had a nice conversation earlier today. I always like talking to her. She's cool. She's a cool person. Anyway, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Have my ears been out of frame this entire video? No, that's gonna bother me. Damn it, I wasn't looking at the video, I was looking at the questions. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.